Hi students, welcome to Sri Ramanja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Children, in previous class we have seen what is conservation of momentum. Okay, what is conservation of momentum and what are the examples? We have seen the introduction. And before that, what is force? From Newton's third law, children, we are discussing about Newton's laws of motion. In that, uh, the fundamental things, the first three laws we have discussed. What is first law, what is second law, and what is third law? What first law says, children? What first law says? Newton's first law says that whenever the net force acting on a body is zero, whenever the net force acting on a body is zero, either the body stays in rest or it moves with uniform velocity. The body either stays at rest, children, or it moves with uniform velocity. Okay, children, what about acceleration? Whenever the net force is zero, what about acceleration? Acceleration also zero. Okay, children, zero acceleration. Zero acceleration. Children, this was given by Newton's first law. Newton's first law also explains us what is inertia. Explains about what, children? Inertia. Okay, what is inertia? What are the types in inertia? And what is the unit of inertia? Everything along with examples we have seen, children. After the first law, we came across momentum. Okay, children, we studied about momentum. What is momentum? What is momentum and what is the momentum? And we have seen complete details regarding momentum, children. What is initial momentum? What is final momentum? How momentum and kinetic energy were related? What is that, children? Momentum and kinetic energy. Momentum and kinetic energy. How those two are related? Okay, these things we have seen, children. After this, we discussed about Newton's second law, children. What it is? Second law. What Newton's second law says, children? It states that the force applied on a body, okay, the force applied on a body can make the change in momentum, children. Change in momentum over a period of time. This one can also be say like this also, children, like the change in momentum of a body or the rate of change of momentum of a body depends on applied force, that is mv minus mu by t. Later from this we derived what, children? We derived what is force formula, simple formula, F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma. Okay, children. After this, we discussed about impulse, children. What is impulse? What is impulse, children? What is meant by impulse? Impulse means force in a short duration of a time. Okay, the force in a time, children, actually that is force in a time, but the force will be having high value, children. The force will be having high value and the time is less value. Means in a shorter period of time, more amount of force is exerted. That is impulse. Okay, children. We discussed about what? Impulse. What is impulse, children? Large amount of force exerted in a short period of time. That is impulse. After impulse, children, we came across Newton's third law. What it is? Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law. What Newton's third law states, children? It states that for every reaction there will be equal and opposite reaction. For every action there will be equal and opposite reaction. Okay, children, once observe this minus represents negative direction, children. Sorry, minus represents opposite direction. Okay, means that action and reaction, those two forces were opposite in direction, children. Opposite in direction. Okay, in brief we have discussed all these things in lectures, children, previous lectures. If you have any doubt, have a look at those laws. Children, later after completion of the laws, we discussed mainly two things, children. Two things. Tension force and normal force, which comes under contact force. What are the, children? Tension force and normal force. And how to relate Newton's first law with tension force and normal force also we have seen. Along with the problems, children. Along with the problems. What Newton's first law states, children? It states about equilibrium condition. Equilibrium. See, children, here equilibrium in the sense the net force acting on a body should become zero. The net force acting on a body becomes zero. Okay? Children, whenever we are talking about the net force, we should check all the directions, not only one direction, children, like horizontal as well as vertical. Okay, along x-axis and along y-axis, the forces we need to make zero. The combination or the net force we should make equal to zero. Only in that condition any body can be in equilibrium. And that condition is also called what, children? Balanced. Okay, what it is? Balanced. Okay, children. So here force along x-axis must be 0 and force along y-axis also must be 0. Okay, in that case the body will be in equilibrium condition, children, that is balanced. And two things are very important, children, here. Two things are very important, that is normal force and tensional force. See, children, both are contact forces only. Always do remember, contact force means there is a force which exists at the surface of contact. It will exist only near the surface of contact. Okay, it is these two things doesn't depend upon gravity, children, irrespective of the gravitational force. Okay, don't think that, children, why I explained that tension force and normal force means you may get doubt regarding the tension force and normal force when the body is in vertical equilibrium. When the body is in vertical equilibrium. Okay, children. So see here once. When the body stays on any surface, children, two forces will act. Okay. Weight downwards, children, and normal force also act. See, children, this weight is irrespective of this one is created due to what? Gravity. But this normal force is created due to what, children? Due to the surface of contact, which is vertically up. That is what? Action. Reaction also will be there, no, children? That is downwards. That is also n only, but opposite in direction. You may get doubt, what will be the reaction for the gravitational force? If earth is pulling with the force of attraction any object on its surface, reaction will be there, no, children? What will be the reaction? the body which is under the action of gravity, it also tries to pull the earth. Okay, like how the earth is pulling the moon. Okay, see children, the earth is able to pull the moon. It is acting gravity. It is trying to attract the moon towards earth. Similarly, moon also trying to pull the earth. Due to this condition, waves were created on ocean, inside the ocean. Okay, on the layer, if you see, waves will be there, children. That is created due to what? Force of attraction by the moon. Okay, during full moon days, and means whenever the earth is moving near to the moon, at that condition, for example, full moon day, children, earth moves, means the distance between moon and earth decreases. At that condition, the force of attraction by the moon is more. Due to that force of attraction, waves created in the ocean also more. Okay, so here you should not confuse regarding this normal force and gravity, children. Okay, maybe while taking the net force, both we are making them equal, but both are different quantities. Okay, different combinations, children. Okay, gravity is another thing, normal force is another thing. Those are not action and reactions. Okay, see children, later we came across law of conservation of momentum. What is that, children? Law of conservation of momentum. Okay, see here, means I gave introduction. Now I am going to discuss about this in brief. See children, law of conservation of momentum. Conservation in the sense, the momentum is not about to end, children. Okay, it remains constant. Conservation in the sense, conservation of momentum in the sense, the momentum is not about it is not going to end. It remains constant. Okay, continuous means if you consider two bodies, children, two bodies like two cars. Two cars, when they are colliding, okay, before colliding they will have some momentum, children. Okay, after colliding also they will have some momentum. So before colliding, how much momentum those two cars are having? After colliding also they maintain same momentum, children, same momentum. Okay, so here the momentum can't be increased. Due to the collision, we can't say that momentum is increased or decreased. Momentum just remains same, but some other quantities which were involved in the momentum may change, children, like velocity, mass. Okay, children, regarding this I am going to give you some brief. Okay, see children, let us consider the example. I am taking two objects, children, m1, m2. They are moving in one direction. Okay, let us consider here initial velocities u1 and u2, children. Initial velocities u1 and u2. Both are moving, children, both are moving. Okay, they were moving along a same straight line. See children, here the case is, after some time what will happen means, children, I am taking condition, first body velocity is more than second body. u1 is greater than u2. u1 is greater than u2. Okay, means what happens, means what is this condition, children? First body moving like, second body moving like this one is considered first body. Okay, first body, second body, both are moving, but this one is having more velocity. Both are moving in same direction. Okay, there is no way to take overturn. It can't overtake this first body. Definitely it should strike. That is nothing but collision, children. Both will collide after some time. Okay, now both are what, children? Collided. This is during collision, means they were stick together. They are stick together. After collision what will happen, children? Again they will move. After collision what will happen? Again they will move. But children, here the case is they move, but with different velocities. that is final velocity v1 and final velocity v2. Okay children, so initial velocity of first body is how much children? u1. Final velocity of first body v1, initial velocity of second body u2, final velocity of second body v2. Okay, so children, see here, the time taken in order to change from u1 to v1 is t. Let us consider t is the time taken. Time taken is t children. Okay, in order to convert from u1 to v1. Okay children, here in the previous lecture I means derivation also completed, derivation also done. Okay, what is the ultimate equation we got children? m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Children, see here, this one is what? Initial velocity, initial momentum of first body. Okay, this one is initial momentum only of second body. What about this one? Final momentum. So initial momentum is equal to what children? Final momentum. Okay, let us take an example children now. Children, I am taking a bomb, structure of a bomb. See children, here I am taking a bomb. Okay, and here let us consider two parts of this bomb children. Okay, here I divided children, actually this is spherical in shape and I divided it into two parts. Okay, let us consider the first part is having the mass m, second part is having the mass 2m. First part is having how much children? M. The second part is having how much? 2m. Okay, now as soon as you fire that one, what will happen children? Explosion is about to take place inside and they will split apart. Okay, they will split anyway, but before they are in rest only, no children. Let us consider both are different bodies. Okay, let us consider, just consider both were stick together. Okay, but let us consider both were different bodies, m and 2m. See children, initially the ball won't that bomb won't move anywhere, it is in rest condition. So what will be the velocity children? Let us consider initial velocity u1 and u2. Let us consider its initial velocity u1 children, its initial velocity u2, u1 and u2. Okay, now due to that combustion inside, the gases used to fire children, they will fire and force will be created. What that force will do children? That force will split these two parts. The force will split these two parts. Okay, and after splitting they will maintain some velocity children. Okay, after splitting what will happen? They will acquire some velocity. Let us consider that is v1 and v2. Okay children, this one is initial velocity and this one let us consider final velocity v1 and v2. Okay, okay children, so let us consider there are two parts and two parts are having initial velocities u1 and u2. After explosion, the two parts starts moving. While they are moving, they attain the velocity. How much velocity, children? v1 and v2. v1 and v2. Okay. Now children, one say here, what is initial momentum for these two bodies? What is the initial momentum for these two bodies? What is the initial momentum? M into u1 plus 2m into u2, children, u2. Children, once observe, momentum, we can speak about momentum whenever the body is in motion. Okay, either body should move or else the mass should change. Either body should have, means velocity should have some value. Okay, if you take mass, children, the mass cannot be 0. If it is 0 means we no need to bother about it. Okay, but which can be 0, children? The velocity. If the body is not moving, when it is in rest condition, at that moment velocity can be 0. Okay, so here initially before explosion the two blocks were in rest condition, means initial velocity will be what, children? 0. Then what will be final initial momentum, children? 0 only, no? See, children, initially bomb at rest. Rest in the sense what, children? No movement. Whenever there is no motion, what about velocity, children? 0. Velocity will be what? 0. Whenever velocity is 0, see, children, what is formula for momentum? Mass into velocity. If velocity itself is 0, then what about momentum, children? Momentum also 0 only, no? Momentum also 0. So, what is the initial momentum for this bomb? 0. Initial momentum is what, children? 0. Now, we need to satisfy law of conservation of momentum principle. We need to satisfy law of conservation of momentum, children. We need to satisfy here. If initial momentum is 0, what will be final momentum, children? It should be 0 only, no? See, children. See, initial momentum is equal to final momentum. This is law of conservation of momentum. We can never change it. It happens. Okay. So, if this value itself is 0, if this value is 0, this value also must be 0 only, no, children? If this one is infinity, this one is infinity. If initial momentum is 0, final momentum also must be 0, children. That is law of conservation of momentum. It will be, means actually it becomes 0. Okay, it becomes 0 like that. In nature, the initial momentum, how much is there, that much only the final momentum also maintains. Okay. Now we know that condition. By using that condition, we are about to derive what could be the value. Okay, children. So momentum is what? 0. If initial momentum is 0, according to law of conservation of momentum, see, children, if initial momentum is 0, definitely final momentum also must be 0, children. This one must be satisfied at any cost. Okay. So let us write final momentum equation. What it is? This one is initial, children. This one is final. What is final? Final momentum. M into V1 plus 2m into V2 must be what, children? 0. Must be what? 0. In this condition, I want what is the velocity of the first part V1, children. After explosion they are moving apart, no. When they are moving apart they will have velocity, no. Okay. That velocity I am asking. This velocity I want. How much? With how much velocity that second part is moving. Okay, before explosion they are at rest condition. The initial velocity is 0. But after explosion, what will happen, children? They are moving. They are splitting apart. When they got split apart and they are moving, they will have what, children? Velocity. That velocity I want. How much will it will be? Okay, let's find. So we know that m1 m into v1 plus m 2m into v2 equal to 0, children. From here, see children, from here one see m into v1 plus 2m into v2 equal to 0 now. See here, send this 2m into v2 this side. Okay, how it will transform, children? M into v1 is equal to minus 2m into v2, children. Minus 2m into v2. Now what we can do, children? We can cancel now. M and m can be cancelled. Then what will be v1, children? Therefore, v1 is equal to minus 2v2. Children, if you want v1 means this is the value. Suppose if you want v2, what will be v2, children? v2 is equal to minus v1 by 2. One more point, children. What this minus indicate? For the final velocity we got minus here. Once observe, we got minus. What this minus indicate? Minus indicate both are moving in opposite direction. Minus indicates what, children? Minus indicates v1 and v2 are in opposite direction. Okay, v1 and v2 are in opposite direction. Means what, children? How the two bodies are moving actually? Both the bodies are moving in opposite direction. Like this. Okay. If m is moving with v1, this 2m is moving with v1 by 2, children. Okay, this is the condition we got. Both were moving in opposite direction. Means after the explosion, the bombs, the two parts of the bomb were separated and each are moving in one direction, opposite direction, mutually opposite direction. Okay, children. So in this way we can calculate velocity after collision. See, children, once here, before firing, this is the gun and inside bullet will be there, children. Inside there will be bullet. Okay, children. See, children, once observe the bullet and the gun before firing, they will be in rest only, no, children. That gun and bullet inside the gun bullet will be present. Both will be in rest. Suppose where you will keep gun, children? The gun won't dance, no, it won't move anywhere. That gun, if you keep, it will stays in rest. Along with the gun, the bullet also stays in rest. Okay, so initially before firing, what about the status of this gun and bullet, children? Gun and bullet are at rest. Gun and bullet initially at rest, children. Initially, before in the sense what? Initial condition. Initially the gun and bullet both are in rest condition. Rest. Rest in the sense, what about velocity, children? Now just now I discussed rest in the sense velocity is 0. Whenever the velocity is 0, what about the momentum, children? Momentum is 0. So initial, children, before firing in the sense initial momentum is how much? 0. Initial momentum of the gun 0. Okay, children, now see, let us consider after firing. Children, see, when you are firing the gun, the bullet will go forward with some force. With equal amount of force, the gun also recoils back. Now, children, how you will fire the gun? You can see, you might have seen in the movies. When they are firing the gun, the bullet will go forward and they will get jerked back. Like this, they will fire. Okay, when they pull the trigger, the bullet moves forward, children. At a time, they pull the gun backwards like this. Okay, why they move like that, children? Due to the force which is created inside the gun when they trigger that one. Okay, see, children, here, if you consider this one bullet, at the end point, fuel will be there, children, gunpowder, chemical will be there. Okay, so as soon as you pull the trigger, here this trigger is there, no, children, this is trigger. As soon as you pull the trigger, inside one piston will be there, children, small piston. Okay, small piston will be there. What that piston will do? With so much of force, it will tap on this fire powder. With so much of force, it will tap on the fire powder. As soon as it tap on the fire powder, what will happen, children? Explosion will happen inside. There will be an explosion. Okay, due to this explosion, what will happen, children? Let us consider here this one is the fuel, that gunpowder which got exploded, and what it will do? It creates force, one for the bullet, another for the gun. Action and reaction, children, action and reaction. Okay, that means that piston applying action on the bullet, that force applied on the bullet. Okay, that fire happened. Due to that, what will happen, children? Reaction will come. Now for every reaction there will be equal and opposite reaction. Okay, with how much of force the bullet is moving forward, that much of force will be applied on gun also. Okay, due to this, what will happen? The gun come back. When it is coming back, that condition is called recoil, children. Okay, that is called recoil. Recoil of gun means after firing we get a jerk backwards. That is called recoil. When it is moving like this, it will move with some velocity, no, children. Bullet will move with some velocity. Okay, that will have some it will maintain some its own velocity. That gun also recoils with some velocity, children. Let us find out with what velocity the gun recoils back like that. Okay, let us find out with how much velocity the gun recoils like this back. Okay, children, very, very interesting problem this one. Okay, see, children, let us consider the initial velocity of gun and bullet as u1 u2. See, children, after firing this bullet moving forward, let us consider this one is moving with velocity, final velocity v2, the gun moving with final velocity v1. This gun recoiling back with final velocity v1 and the bullet is moving forward with recoil velocity v2. It is moving forward, children. The gun is moving backward, which means recoil. Okay, so here once check, children, we have two cases, gun and bullet. Okay, children, see what is the initial velocity of gun, children, let us consider u1, and final velocity of gun v1, children. For bullet also, initial velocity u2, children, final velocity v2. Let us consider the mass of gun as m1. Let us consider mass of the bullet as m2. Okay, children. Okay, so here what is the initial momentum, children? Initial momentum of the gun is how much? m1 u1 plus what is initial velocity of bullet, children? m2 u2. Children, see, initially the gun is at rest, means initial velocity will be 0, means initial momentum also 0, as per law of conservation of momentum. Okay, from law of conservation of momentum, children, what we can say, initial momentum and final momentum both are equal. Okay, initial momentum pi is equal to final momentum pf. See, children, we got already here, once observe, initial momentum is 0. Okay, let us equate this 0 to the final momentum, children, that is m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Here my objective is I want to find with what velocity the gun recoils back. Okay, with how much velocity the gun recoils back, means we need to find what is v1. I was interested to find what is v1, children. My point of interest is v1. Let us find it. So v1 is equal to, simply what we can write, children, v1 is equal to, send this plus m2 v2 that side, children, it becomes minus m2 v2, and here what is there, children? m1. Now I want v1, right? So send m1 that side. So from here v1 is equal to what, children? Minus m2 v2 by m1. Children, see, this condition can happen. Okay, this condition will happen, and there will be the velocity in both gun and bullet, but the thing is, children, they both will move in opposite direction. Here minus indicates what? The bullet and the gun both will move in opposite direction. Okay, so every time whenever we are about to solve the problem based on law of conservation of momentum, we need to keep in our mind that initial momentum, the combination of initial momentum must be equal to the combination of final momentum. Okay, children, some we should take, not individual momentums. The sum or the total initial momentum must be equal to the total final momentum. Total initial momentum means combination we are taking, children, algebraic sum we are taking. Okay, so whenever the problem is given, our first objective is to identify what is initial momentum and final momentum. Okay, children, there is not necessarily always velocity will change. There is no necessary that always only the velocity change, mass remains constant. Sometimes mass also change, children. Okay, definitely there will be existence of mass and velocity. Always we are taking mass as constant and velocity is changing, but there is a chance, children, where mass also will change. In which case it will change? In the rocket or in any vehicle, children. Suppose if you take any vehicle, you pour fuel in that fuel contains some mass. Whenever you are moving on that, the fuel will be consumed and the mass of the fuel decreases, children. Similarly, the mass of fuel decreases for even rocket also. When the rocket is moving up, the fuel whatever is ignited at the bottom, the fuel will be ignited and it will be released out, and the mass of that fuel goes on decreasing. Okay, children, that one also we need to consider. Change in mass also we should consider, and after by considering how to solve and all will be discussed in our later session, children. Thank you and have a nice day.